Good morning, myself Dr. A.N. Basugde, Professor and Head Department of Statistics, Gopal Krishna Gokhale College, Kolhapur. Today we are going to deal with the Statistical Quality Control Part 3. In Part 1, we have discussed about the control chart for the Part 1 and 2. We have discussed about the control chart for variables. Now we'll go for the control chart for attributes. Attributes means the quantities which cannot be measured but which can be marked by their presence or absence are called as the attribute that already we have defined. Now we'll define some more terms which are required for this attribute control chart. The first term is a defect. What do you mean by a defect? The lack of conformity to given specification of an article is called as the defect. म्हणजे जे काही स्पेसिफिकेशन्स दिलेले आहेत ते जर आपले कन्फर्म नाही झाले, म्हणजेच थोडक्यात एक 3 इंचाचा नटबोल्ट सांगितला असेल तर ते एक्झॅक्टली 3 इंचाचे प्रोडक्शन नाही झालं तर त्याला आपण म्हणणार आहोत डिफेक्ट. आणि त्यानंतर येतं ते म्हणजे डिफेक्टिव्ह. An article with one or more defects is called as a defective. एक किंवा एकपेक्षा जास्त जर डिफेक्ट त्यामध्ये मिळत असतील तर त्याला आपण डिफेक्टिव्ह म्हणणार आहोत. त्याच्यानंतर तिसरी डेफिनेशन येते ती म्हणजे फ्रॅक्शन डिफेक्टिव्स. दॅट इज इट इज अ रेशिओ ऑफ नंबर ऑफ डिफेक्टिव्ह आर्टिकल्स फाउंड इन इन्स्पेक्शन टू दी नंबर ऑफ आर्टिकल्स ॲक्च्युली इन्स्पेक्टेड. जेवढे काही डिफेक्टिव्ह आयटम्स आपल्याला इन्स्पेक्शनमध्ये मिळालेले आहेत, एखादा लॉट घेतला 100चा तर त्यामध्ये मिळालेले डिफेक्टिव्ह आयटमची संख्या डिवायडेड बाय 100चा लॉट असेल तर 100 आपण इन्स्पेक्ट करणार असेल तर 100नी डिवाइड करावं लागेल. 10 असतील तर 10नी डिवाइड करायचं आहे. 10मध्ये 1 किंवा 2 आपल्याला डिफेक्टिव्ह आयटम मिळाले असतील तर 2ला 10नं डिवाइड केलं की आपल्याला फ्रॅक्शन डिफेक्टिव्ह मिळणार आहे. आता ह्या फ्रॅक्शन डिफेक्टिव्हचाच आपण पहिला चार्ट बघणार आहोत, तो म्हणजे फ्रॅक्शन डिफेक्टिव्ह कंट्रोल चार्ट फॉर फ्रॅक्शन डिफेक्टिव्ह. तर याला आपण पी चार्ट म्हणणार आहोत. If D is the number of defective articles in a sample of n atoms, then the fraction defective P, ये सॅम्पलचे फ्रॅक्शन डिफेक्टिव्स आहेत, P is equal to D divided by number of defectives divided by total sample size. That will give the fraction defectives in a sample. Here D follows a binomial distribution विथ पॅरामीटर्स एन अँड पी. कारण या ठिकाणी एक तर आयटम डिफेक्टिव्ह असेल किंवा नॉन डिफेक्टिव्ह असेल, दोनच प्रकारे रिझल्ट येतात. आणि म्हणून आणि असे एन आयटम आपण ऑब्झर्व करत असल्यामुळं याला हे बायनामियल डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फॉलो करतं आणि त्याचं पॅरामीटर्स काय असतील, एन अँड कॅपिटल पी. दस एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ डी, डिफेक्टिव्हचं एक्सपेक्टेशन म्हणजेच काय, दॅट इज डिफेक्टिव्ह फॉलोज ए D is following a binomial, therefore defective expectation is n into p, that is the mean of binomial, and npq is the variance. So variance of D is n into p into q, so where q is 1 minus p as we all know. Therefore expectation of small p, that is the सॅम्पल फ्रॅक्शन डिफेक्टिव्हचं एक्सपेक्टेशन आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे. म्हणजे पी म्हणजे डी बाय एन आहे. एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ डी बाय एन, दॅट इज 1 अपॉन एन, यू कॅन टेक इट आउट, अँड एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ डी, सो देअरफॉर एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ डी इज एन इंटू कॅपिटल पी डिवायडेड बाय एन, दॅट विल टर्न आउट टू बी capital P. So expectation of P is equal to capital P. Similarly, we can obtain the variance of P. Variance of P means variance of D by N, that is equal to 1 upon N square. Variance of D, and that is 1 upon n square. Variance of D is given as n into p into q, so therefore pq divided by n is the variance of p. It's a standard error. If you want to obtain, then standard error of p will be under root pq by n. So that is your standard error. Now we'll obtain the control 3 sigma limits or control limits. So 3 sigma control limits for P chart are given by center line is expectation of P, that we have obtained it as capital P. LCL will be expectation of P minus 3 times standard error of P. So capital P minus 3 into under root PQ by N, and UCL will be in the middle sign will be plus. So P plus 3 root PQ by N. Now there are two cases. One, population fraction defective capital P is known, so known, that will assume it as a, suppose it is known value is equal to P dash, then we'll have the 3 sigma limits as CL equal to P dash, LCL, that is lower control limit, equal to P dash minus 3 root P dash Q dash by N, and UCL will be equal to P dash plus 3 root P dash Q dash by N. So just we will replace P by P dash and Q by Q dash, because the value of P is known as P dash value. Now case 2, when population fraction defective P is not known. If it is not known, then what we can obtain? We can obtain the mean, its mean. That means we will take the sample and obtain their means, and that will be the estimate. So we obtain its mean as estimate as P bar by taking k samples of size n1, n2, nk. That is ni means I equal to 1 to k. So first sample size is n1, second is n2, and kth will be nk. So k samples we will take and then obtain its mean. That means summation of all the p values we can obtain, and that is sample defectives we can obtain from k samples, and its mean we can obtain it as a p bar. So that expectation of p bar equal to capital P, that is p bar is an unbiased estimate of capital P. Thus the 3 sigma control limits can be given by this center line equal to p bar. Previously it will be p dash, but it is unknown, therefore we obtain its mean as estimate, and therefore center line will be p bar. Lower control limit will be p bar minus 3 root p bar q bar by n. So p bar is the average and q bar is 1 minus p bar, and that will be under root p bar q bar by n is the lower control limit, and upper control limit will be p bar plus 3 root p bar q bar by n. Using these control limits, we can draw the, or we can construct the P chart, that is the control chart for fraction defective. Now one more control chart is control chart for number of defects per unit. So here in previous case we are observing the k samples, so and each sample has got the different values, sample sizes as n1, n2, nk. So there are number of defectives observed in that particular sample we are observing. Here only one unit is there, and their defects, how many defects are there, that we have to obtain. So per unit defects we have to see, and control chart for that we have to draw. So it is called as a C chart. Here sample size is very large and chance of occurrence of any defect in a unit is very small. That is, if there will be a glassware, so we can found in, suppose we will observe a single glass, then in that if bubble is occurred, then we can say that there is a one defect, and the number of defects per unit, one defect is there. But generally the glasswares are good enough, and therefore there may not be any defect in that. So the chance of getting a defect in a sample of size 1 or 2 or 10, then there will be a very less chance, and the number of samples will be very large, because you have to, in order to get the defective atoms, defects in that particular atom, you have to observe many more atoms, and therefore the sample size is very large and number of defects in a unit is very small. Thus the number of defects C follows a Poisson distribution. So these are the conditions for Poisson distribution. We'll write it as with parameter lambda, where lambda is the mean of number of defects. Therefore the expectation of C is the number of defects in a unit, single unit. So that follows a Poisson, therefore its mean is lambda, and also we know that Poisson has the same variance as mean, and therefore variance of C is also lambda. Therefore the standard error of C will be under root lambda. Therefore the 3 sigma limits for the C chart are given by CL is expectation of C, that is lambda. LCL is expectation of C minus 3 root 3 into standard error of C, so that is lambda minus 3 root lambda, and UCL will be lambda plus 3 root lambda. But here also two cases, when lambda is known as known value, then that is equal to lambda dash say, then control limits will be replace above the lambda by lambda dash. So center line will be lambda dash, LCL will be lambda dash minus 3 root lambda dash, and UCL will be lambda dash plus 3 root lambda dash. But when lambda is not known, then we will obtain its estimate as lambda hat, that will be C bar. That means you have to take a sample and you have to observe. Suppose there are glassware, 10 glasses, a sample of 10 glasses you can take. So in one glass, first glass, how many defects are there? In second glass, how many defects are there? In 10th glass, how many defects are there? So observe those defects and get its total divided by 10. That will give you your C bar value. So that is the lambda hat, that is the estimate of lambda you can use, and using that you can write these 3 sigma control limits for C chart as CL equal to C bar, LCL will be C bar minus 3 root C bar, and UCL will be C bar plus 3 root C bar. So these are the control limits for C chart. Using this one, you can draw the control chart for number of defects per unit. So these are the things we have studied in the SQC, that is what is process control, what is product control, then also the assignable causes and chance causes also we have discussed. Then what is the variable control chart, what are the attribute control chart, that we have seen. There are two types of variable control chart. One is mean chart, other is the range chart. Their limits and how we are getting their control limit, that also we have seen. Again, for attribute control chart, there are again two types. One is called as the fraction defective control chart for fraction defective, and second is the control chart for number of defects, that is C chart and P chart. So these are the two attribute control chart also we have seen. So that's all for the SQC topic. Thank you very much.